Welcome to the Jocular Spectalkular, where we jocularly talk about spectacular things. I'm your host, Walter Mellon, here with...
Ajax. Hi, how's it going?
And today we're going to be flying around in the sexy vertibird, hanging out with the Brotherhood of Steel, talking about Fallout factions. Not just Fallout 4, but Fallout factions in general. Mm-hmm. But since we're rocking out with the Rock Flag and Eagle with the Brotherhood of Steel, let's talk about the Brotherhood of Steel, man.
All right, bit of a warning ahead of time. Massive spoilers.
Probably,
massive spoilers, because I want to talk about synthetics.
Synths.
I want to talk about synths.
Replicants, you mean? I call them
Replicants, since filthy robots come to take our lives and our jobs. So during the Brotherhood of Steel quests, you come across a man by the name of Dance.
He's a tool. Really.
He's a loyal soldier of the Brotherhood.
He's
a
literally
good man.
A tool, though.
Yes, there's that spoiler for you. He is literally a tool. You find out later on, through the course of the missions, that he is a synth. And the Brotherhood, of course, are all about killing all the synths.
Racial purity for mankind.
Yeah.
Racist bastards.
Now, it's made clear to us that Paladin Dance himself did not know that he was a synth. Which, now, upon finding out that Paladin Dance was a synth all along, Elder Maxon, the leader of the Brotherhood, sends you to hunt him down and kill him. When you find him, you would think, he would be all, oh, don't kill me, let me go. No. Paladin Dance is so loyal to the Brotherhood, he wants you to kill him, because he believes that he is a threat to humanity.
Because he's a tool.
Because he is a tool. Now, what I believe they were going for here was that they wanted you to be presented with this scenario where you have to have a character that you are, attached to and find out he's not human, and thus kind of make you question whether or not synthetics really can be sentient, whether they deserve to live or die. Very clearly they were intending to try to make you make confusing, complicated decisions. I, on the other hand, reacted to this the exact opposite way. I took the fact that Paladin Dance was so dedicated to the cause of the Brotherhood as a sign that he was not human.
Self-preservation is built into all living things, and he cares more about the cause than his own life.
Yeah. Now, I don't really know how I feel about AI and the concept of computers taking over and being sentient in real life. I'm just speaking from the perspective that I chose for my character in order to help me, have a firm, defined character going through the wasteland. Up to this point, my character had been up in the air. But at this point, I decided that synths are not human, because a human being would not be so programmed to be dedicated to the Brotherhood. I mean, obviously, people are going to bring up tons of examples. Like, obviously, it's possible.
Yeah.
But in my mind,
devices.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of real life examples. I'm just speaking from my character's perspective. That was the turning point for my character, where I decided, no, the synths are not human. But I couldn't really bear to pull the trigger on Dance. Just because synths are not human doesn't mean they deserve to die. Just that they're not human.
Yeah.
So I convinced Elder Maxipad to let him live by scum saving.
I'd make the same call.
And ended up just sort of leaving Paladin Dance at the listening post where he hides out for the rest of eternity. Heartbreaking. I was starting to get a real bromance going with Paladin Dance. I had the opportunity to flirt with him right towards the end there.
Such a tool. I hate... Out of all the factions in the Fallouts I've played, I probably... Well, not counting Caesar's Legion, because they're despicable, but I dislike the Brotherhood the most. They're a bunch of very armed zealots who believe in racial purity, like eliminating ghouls and supermutants, even though ghouls and supermutants had no say into becoming ghouls or supermutants. They just want to kill them because they're not like them.
Well, to be fair, super mutants, with only a very few exceptions, are violent monsters who want to kill all humans. Even Strong, who is on your side, talks about how he wants to eat someone and can't wait until the super mutants destroy all humans.
Yeah, but there's still... You can't just... it's tough. It's a big gray area.
Yeah.
But ghouls, on the other hand...
Well...
Like, most ghouls...
Yeah.
Well, not in Fallout 4, because Fallout 4 just loves populating areas with enemies. But most ghouls are just like people, only they're just not smooth skin.
I would almost say... I want to know if there's evidence for ghouls who were formerly in control of their faculties suddenly turning into feral ghouls. I can't remember if I've seen something like that.
Because I'm pretty sure they talk about it where only if they get continual exposure to radiation will degenerate their brain, but otherwise I think once they're a ghoul, they're just kind of sit there unless they get hit with more radiation.
But surely that's the same thing that would happen to a human as well, possibly. So, yeah, I'm definitely of the mind that as long as they're not harming anybody, the ghouls are fine. You know, that's kind of... I feel like that's the stance that Fallout wants you to have.
And same with the super mutants, because in New Vegas you have Jacobstown, but the Brotherhood of Steel, they just kill them all.
Well, actually they don't, because I'm pretty sure you can bring ghoul companions into the Brotherhood of Steel, and they'll be all like, I don't like his presence, but hey...
Yeah, but that's just because they're your companion.
It's gameplay purposes, mostly.
But the Brotherhood of Steel they're an army without a government. They just kind of go around, they're being Team America World Police. They just go around and be like... Because
Brotherhood!
At the time of Fallout 4, it's implied that they've already conquered the Capital Wasteland. Like, that's their area. And they're moving on. They're expanding. Expanding for what purpose? To liberate the Commonwealth. To liberate the Commonwealth from what? The Commonwealth's already organizing
from
itself.
From those filthy ghouls and super mutants and synths. From the Institute. Actually, very much specifically from the Institute is what plot is. But
well, let's let Commonwealth people deal with Commonwealth problems instead of being world police here.
No.
Let's let the Minutemen, Railroad...
I gotta disagree with you on that.
...people handle the Institute. You want some foreign power coming in and interfering with your way of life?
But they're not a foreign power. It's America.
They are.
I suppose it's not really America.
The Brotherhood of Steel just keeps expanding themselves. They went from, they're hanging out on the West Coast, expanding to an East Coast faction that's a little more... proactive.
The last remnants of the U.S. government committed suicide in this world. I don't know if you came across that. There's a building, I forget the name of, some sort of club, where if you go into it, you find a whole bunch of... It's like a club for the upper crust of society. And just a little while after the bombs dropped, they apparently all committed suicide by drinking poisoned wine.
Ah, good for them. But yeah, every time I run into the Brotherhood, I don't like them, but I put up with them because they probably have some of the best technology, like power armor.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I
give me that sweet power armor and laser weapons.
And fucking Liberty Prime, giant robot marching through the wasteland, which was probably the worst mission ever.
Yeah, but I don't want them to have Liberty Prime. They're not. They're just gonna wipe people out with Liberty Prime. I'm not into that, man.
Well, if I can give you a little bit of spoilers, if you side with the Institute, you take Liberty Prime for yourselves.
I don't want to side with the Institute either.
Well, my second playthrough, I'm siding with the Institute. I'm doing Railroad. See, my first playthrough, I went full-on rock-hard Brotherhood boner. And basically executed the Railroad when they told me to. I did a couple missions for the Railroad, or the early ones. I got the Deliverer. And then immediately turned on them.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you need for the Railroad. That's the best thing
it's just the first couple of missions, you get the Deliverer, you're set. I went to the Institute and was very underwhelmed because there really wasn't any development in the Institute. No. I was kind of hoping there would be some sort of quest chain before I had to make the ultimate decision to join them. But no, there really wasn't. There was like one quest, a couple of conversations, and then it's like, well, are you ready to destroy everybody and end the game? Like,
yeah, they don't even have good stuff for you to take. The Institute pistol is worse than the regular laser pistol.
The Institute was terrible. Very poorly made, very poorly developed area. No real interesting quest line. It's very sad. Hopefully I'm wrong about that. Hopefully it's much more interesting if I side with them. I'll find out for myself soon. But as far as I can tell, there wasn't really much going for them.
Man, pisses me off that airships are awesome. Being a fan of old school FF games, oh, that airship is so cool. But I hate the people in it. I just want to kill everybody in there. But I'm not at a place where I can take on a bunch of people in power armor.
Except if you go to the Prideman, there aren't really that many of them in power armor. There's like
there's a couple of
guards.
guards, yeah, but I don't like using power armor. And if in that situation where I'm fighting other power armor, like a lot, I'm gonna have to wear it.
I wonder if you can pickpocket their fission cores.
I don't think you can. Because it's technically something they're wearing.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to find out, though.
My favorite companion from Fallout New Vegas, though, and probably still my favorite Fallout companion, is Veronica, who's with the Brotherhood of Steel. But it's cool because she kind of questions the Brotherhood of Steel and kind of acknowledges that the Brotherhood of Steel, as they are now, can't keep existing because they won't last. Like, specifically the West Coast, the original Brotherhood of Steel, because I know the East Coast Brotherhood of Steel has a completely different shtick going on.
Yeah.
And the original Brotherhood of Steel would probably see them as heretics.
The West Coast is all about gathering
and hoarding and
hoarding technology,
being very insular
and not allowing other people to get it. The East Coast Brotherhood is all about
look
at our giant metal flying dick.
Semper Fi, do or die, gung ho, kill, kill, kill.
Mm-hmm.
Ad Victoriam. I hate those guys. I hate them more than the West Coast Brotherhood of Steel. It's goddamn world police.
What about the Minutemen?
Minutemen are okay. They're just down for protecting people of the Commonwealth. There's nothing.
They're kind of the vanilla faction.
Yeah, they don't have like a strong enough conviction to keep them well organized and stable as a group. It's just goody two-shoe helping. That can get crushed very easily by people with strong zealotry and ideology.
I was a little bit disappointed that I can't think of a single time that anyone in the Brotherhood ever mentioned the Minutemen, except for when you say you wanted to give the Minutemen the data chip from the Institute. Yeah, what's her name says, "Oh, you want to give it to them? Well, fine, if you feel they need it." But like, there was almost no interaction really between those two factions.
Oh, you can give it to both factions.
Oh yeah, I did. I did give it to both factions. I gave it to the Minutemen, and interestingly enough, that was around the time I had the Defend the Castle mission.
Man, I hate how everything boils down to like, well, you have to completely kill the other faction.
Yeah, no, there was an interesting thing that happened with the Defend the Castle mission. So my two missions are insert the core thing into I almost said Optimus Prime.
Yes.
Into Optimus Prime, Liberty Prime, or go defend the castle. Those were my two missions that I had going, and I went to defend the castle, and the other mission failed. And there was no indication whatsoever that these events were linked. No indication whatsoever that this was going to fail if I defended the castle. Apparently, defending the castle is the one that launches the Minutemen quest to kill the Institute.
Yeah,
but there was really I had no idea. There was no indication.
Preston hasn't given me anything yet after that.
Yeah. So what I had to do was reload my game and go do Liberty Prime instead. And upon doing Liberty Prime, defend the castle completes successfully, even though I never went to defend the castle because the Institute is gone.
Oh, okay.
There's no one left to attack them. It's just, it makes sense once you know it, but there's no way you could have known that that's how it would have played out, and it's really poorly designed in that regard as well. Most of the missions towards the end of the game are very poorly designed and feel rushed.
You know what I'm hating right now is go find magnets for Liberty Prime. Just go to the hospitals, check them out.
Oh, yeah.
We need magnets.
Luckily, I already had a bunch of magnets.
I do not. See, I want to do everything as much as I can with every faction. And I don't like that it's letting me.
Yeah. No, it's kind of the opposite, actually. There's a lot of points where it's like, once you enter this vertebrate, you will become permanently hostile to the Institute.
Yeah, well, you know what's awesome right now is that I haven't done any of the Institute missions. I just met with Father and then left.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, all the synths have like green health bars and they don't shoot at me.
Yeah, no, that's about
until
it.
I start shooting at them.
That's honestly about it. You're going to have another mission to go talk to the people around the Institute and get to know them. Then
Yeah, I did that.
I think there's one mission where they send you out to do...
Yeah, no, Father's
they send you out Bunker Hill.
Detention Bureau.
Yeah, then they send you to Bunker Hill for that whole thing. I don't even remember what happened there. I think I killed the synths rather than recovering them. I don't really remember my reasoning. Father was very disappointed in me, but he still immediately after that mission decided to appoint me leader of the Institute.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous. Like, the Minutemen make you general after one mission.
But that makes sense because there's only one other Minuteman and he doesn't want to lead them. So he's like, "You do it," and you're like, "Yeah, okay." I can accept that one. Like, that one's okay. It's the Institute that bug. Well, even that kind of makes sense because like
It's your father.
It's your son.
Yeah, but still,
passing it to.
What do you know about the Institute? You've
Nothing.
been hanging around for 10 minutes.
And I really wanted them to tell me more, but they didn't. They forced me to make the decision right then and there.
There are other people in that organization that have been born in the Institute and have lived in the Institute their entire lives. But then, like, yeah, you've been hanging in the Institute for 10 minutes. Have leadership.
Yeah. I would have loved to join the Institute. I was considering joining the Institute, and I was like, okay, Institute, I'm going to do some quests for them, see what they're all about, and then make my decision. But there were no quests. They're just the decision, and I didn't know anything about them. I knew that they were building some sort of power generator, and what's-her-name needed some things. I know that someone else needed some fertilizer, I think, or something, for the herbology department. And other than that, there was nothing to do with them. No. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and do it on my second playthrough, just to see how it goes, but I don't know. The factions, all the quests in Fallout 4 feel a little bit flat. The engine's great, the gameplay is fun, the quests are hit or miss.
Yeah.
I very much look forward to the I was getting Obsidian and Bethesda mixed up.
You can't talk your way out of any quest. Everything resorts to violence.
Yeah, everything of it. Well,
everything.
Except for that one instance where you give Mama Murphy buff out and she tells you, or Psycho or whatever.
Jet. It's Jet.
Is it Jet the first time? And she tells you that thing you have to say to that fat guy.
No, I never did drugs. I'm not a drug peddler.
Well,
I'm a drug peddler, man.
Well, I am. Anyway, I can't wait for the new Vegas of Fallout 4.
I hope that happens.
It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. This game was huge. There's no way they don't farm this engine out to a bunch of other...
They should.
Does that conclude this Jocular Spectalkular?
Yeah, it can. Alright, see you guys.
Later.